Oh man,
Yeah.
yo, what's the part quote?
Um.
Thank you for checking out the Boys Quarter podcast, where we are in the compound, but we don't belong in the main house. We're available, so feel free to go and check us out on all the audio platforms. But since you are here, please do click the like button. Make sure you're subscribed. Let's get into this content.
I'm living wild with smiles because ain't a thing funny.
But you know what? Yeah, I actually had a quote, and funnily enough, I don't know. Tupac does repeat the same words a lot, but it was actually because I finally heard the song "Smile," where you had
The
already,
greatest record of all time.
yeah, where you'd already quoted it. I think for like "Protect Your Essence," right? I think that's like episode one. That was like our quote for episode one, and I was like, in the intro to that, I'm surprised you didn't quote what Tupac says about
What?
how you're gonna see some things that are gonna make you hard to smile in the future. And but whatever you see through the rain and the pain, you gotta keep your sense of humor. I'm like, that's like the ideal quote for you as a comedian who's a Tupac fan.
I didn't believe it though.
You didn't believe him when he
No,
said that.
he was just on his, this is a good intro shit.
He just wanted to say something
Yeah,
vibey.
yeah. So they gotta say something positive. Say something positive for the kids. The real shit is broke with no lights song. That's where the real shit is. The real shit is selling my soul for material wishes, fast cars and bitches. Wishing I live my life a legend immortalized by pictures. That's the real shit. That's the shit I believe. That intro shit, I mean, shut up.
Oh, I was not expecting that response. To be fair.
I was like, this nigga, you wrote him up. Shut up, man. Don't lie to me, Park. I love you, dog.
But to be honest, he kept a sense of humor through a lot of things. Tupac was a funny guy.
Allegedly, he was. He was a goofball.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like maybe,
He was
maybe he
funny.
was, maybe he was being real.
You know what? He had daddy issues, and so he was always trying to just make people happy. Everybody was like, one guy was like, I think it was Buster Rhymes. He said every time they were on tour, the guys that are selling the bootleg. He said Tupac would be the leader of chasing them out the building. He said one time, him and Q-Tip, they were kind of holding this guy like maybe yeah, they were doing a sound check, and they got there late. Just the guy was like, they can't do their sound check. And they were like, my man, if you've seen our show, we need to do this sound check to get it right type thing. And then they said, they're going back and forth, but it's not anything crazy. They said Tupac shows up and he's like, I'll kill you, nigga. They're like, yo, 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 yo. It's just sound check. But because, he had that family setting, so if he was with people that, he was always all in.
Okay,
So you know how sometimes if you don't have,
this
if
is
you
an
grow up in a broken
intense
home,
dude.
if you grow up in a broken home, sometimes, or if you don't have a father or a mother, or, just the thing is disjointed, you're always all in with a friendship. You're all in with a relationship because it's something you're trying to make sure is perfect.
Wow, that's some deep insight, bro.
Yeah,
That is, do you know? Because this is the conversation I've been having all this weekend.
right.
Yeah, like it was just, I've been thinking a lot about my friendships. And I even asked on my Instagram stories, like for those of you guys who are friends with me, what's the hardest part about being friends with me? Because I was really making me start to think that, like, yo, I don't know if it's like a season of life or just because of like the kind of lifestyle I've chosen, but like I don't really get to hang out like that no more. It's like I got work friends, I got like church
What,
people.
what, what, you don't get to go to the bar and have a beer with the lads? Nobody does that.
No, but like nobody comes to visit me in my house other than like you
That's a
coming to do the
blessing,
pod.
number one.
But like at a moment's notice, if I just want to go chill somewhere, I got all my peoples. They either live far away or they got kids. They got a wife. You need to check in. You need to like plan this in advance. So it's like this season of life isn't really conducive for like that kind of friendship right now, unless you're working together, like in our case, or you're doing church together. In case of some of the people at church, there's not really that kind of friendship. And I was, it was really there's a couple of other reasons why as well, but that's what I was really thinking about. But the fact that I did grow up for a long period of time in a single parent household, maybe what you're saying is really, really hitting right now. Maybe like I look at my friendships and I have this perfect view of what I want friendships to be because I'm trying to recreate something.
It's why you approach the comics the way you do and show that reverence and respect, because you want that brotherly and camaraderie. But because I know motherfuckers are pricks and cunts, I stay away from that. But that's because I grew up in a big family. I grew up in a big setting.
Yeah.
I have cousins who try to backstab. So I've had to learn that you can't love everybody.
You had cousins that tried to backstab. What's going on?
You know, Nigerian. You know, my dad was from a polygamous family, so we have cousins. So they had competition with them, and they brought that sibling. They brought that to us.
Okay.
We share the same surname, and if I see them, it's cool. But I wouldn't. You know what I mean? We don't fuck like that.
Wow. Yeah.
So I'm always because I grew up with a lot of people around people. I've rolled with the criminals and I've rolled with the church, the saints. It's always a fine line in the ends. You know, one day you're saying God is good. This day you're saying, hey, but can we do that for a team real quick? So it's always that balance. So when I
said balance.
You know, so that's what when I was asking, is like you approach Seinfeld, I wouldn't think to do that because it's like, although you don't get me wrong, when I approached Okocha because I thought, listen, Nigerian captain, I'm Nigerian. This is a match made in heaven. I was like, Okocha, I said, hello, sir. Hello. And he walked off. This is me. I called you, sir. Oh, shit. You're the worst part, yeah? He disrespected me so much, yeah? I was in the menswear. I said, let me get Tony's Gucci jacket. I got to the till. She said, that'll be 5,000. Huh? I want that right now? Or... It was all messed up. I just said, you know, I don't care who you are or, you know, what you've done. I'm just going to cheat. I saw Michael Jackson and just gave a little nod.
That's wild.
Yeah. But it's, you know, it's interesting to you know, because even so, I grew up, you know, when I was a kid, my mom, I lived with a nanny for a bit.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so I lived with like white people for a bit because my parents, you know, were getting their stuff together. So I have.
It happened a lot in that generation, you know.
Absolutely.
Have you seen that? There's like a movie called Farming. That's what it was called at the time.
Skinheads.
Pardon?
No, they joined the skinheads.
No, it was just a movie about how like a lot of African kids went to go live with white families over a period of time, and like I know that I had sort of family friends that did that, and my wife did that as well. They got a white mum, you know, got a white family. But yeah, it's like I didn't fully experience it. We had white neighbors and stuff, but
it's mad because when it happens that way,
yeah,
bloody hell, it fucks with the psyche a bit. Because you have this, they have this view of Nigeria as second, or of your culture as second. But you so heavily want to be that culture.
Okay.
So you go to Afrobeat raising, but you don't respect. Like my friend was like to me, I don't want to go to Nigeria because all I heard was bad things. And I was just like, what do you mean all you heard was bad things? Which was not her fault because that's what, like when I told her I moved to Nigeria when I was 10, oh, were you naughty? And I was just like, no, I wasn't naughty.
Yeah.
But that was the narrative then.
Of course. It was they made Nigeria sound like jail. Like, you know, you do something wrong, you go do 5 years in Nigeria, come back.
Right. But here's the maddest thing. Sometimes some of the kids who went back to Nigeria, it was the best thing for them.
Yeah, and some of them came back worse.
Yeah, some of them came back worse. Some of them came back and went back to Nigeria like, I can't hang it here. I can't hack it here.
Yeah.
You know, so, but that was not her fault because that's how our parents sold it to us, isn't it? But having said that, there's something about having that culture that kind of distinguishes you from, it's almost a survival kit, you know? Knowing where you're from, knowing who you are, seeing the people around you like you, it gives you a different mindset.
Yeah, bro. I mean, to be honest, the other day, I overheard it. My daughter's 4, and she asked my wife, "Do they have shops in Nigeria?" And now this is the thing with a 4-year-old. You don't know if that's an innocent question because she just wants to know, like, what's it like in Nigeria, or whether she's built up this idea that Nigeria is maybe more backward or primitive. So my wife responds to like, do they have shops here? Well, yeah, then they've definitely got it in Nigeria. What do you mean? Everything that you can get here, you've got it in Nigeria, and probably even better. And blah blah blah.
No, we have shops. We have shops on top.
Inside the shop, there's a shop in there. What do you mean?
Mommy, I'm full. I'm just asking questions right now.
It goes to show you that most of this.
You know why it's so funny, yeah? Because that's such the Nigerians' defense mechanism. Ask them a fucked up question about Nigeria, they start defending it. You know, but because we grew up in is London as clean as Nigeria? Stop making points like, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it is. I mean, because if people can't buy food in traffic, it's better that way. It's better that way. There was one time I was in traffic for 5 hours and I ate a full meal in that traffic. You people can't do that in London. Asking me stupid questions.
Irrelevant points. Is Boris Johnson more educated than me?
Yes, he probably is. I think. Yeah.
So you were saying.
So yeah, basically, I was just saying that it's really interesting how you don't know with a 4-year-old. Maybe she has picked up a bad idea, maybe she hasn't. But the way in which we come to that image of Nigeria, that image of is that we've got so much to prove, man. There's so much baggage around these things that I don't know if we can ever just have I don't think there is such thing as an objective decision or an objective statement about Nigeria. Everything is so loaded, or whatever it is, wherever you're talking about. But for us, like, it's so loaded that even a 4-year-old asking you a question, you feel the need to well, we need to cut that we need to nip that in the bud. You ain't about to go out here and start asking in public.
It's funny because I was asked those questions as a kid. You know? And I remember I wrote a joke. I said, but someone was like to me, do you even have shoes in Africa? And I was like, I don't know. I've never been. Deliver that punchline. Because it was me saying, you're asking me these questions like I've been. I don't know. So I got so upset when I went home. Mommy, why don't you not have shoes in Nigeria? Like, seriously. I'm getting flack in school because you refuse to wear shoes. Right?
Did she get defensive with you? Like, what kind of stupid question is that? What do you mean?
You know what? If I came home and said to my dad that someone in school said to me, you do have shoes in Nigeria, what do my dad would say? Ask his father to do that. When you go to school tomorrow, tell to ask his father if they have shoes.
Which kind of stupid question is that?
Your friend, you're joining a gang. No. I'm innocent in all this. You ever ask your parents a question and end up in punishment? How the hell?
Yeah, bro. Seriously, man. Seriously.
It's funny because here's the thing: what is the truth and what is the lie? This woman told a story of how she took her niece from America, or some of her cousin from America, to come to Nigeria with her, and she said, the woman is quite well off, so they're staying in Ikoyi and all those nice places.
Yeah.
And she's doing what Nigerians do and taking to all these places to impress you.
Yeah.
She didn't take one picture. She said when they were now driving through the rural areas of that, she was ready to now start taking pictures. She said to her, no, don't take any picture here, because when you are in you didn't take any picture, but you want to go and post Nigeria as poor, And I said, you brought a girl from America to Nigeria and you took her to Ikoyi and you thought she would take pictures. Why?
Exactly.
Down the road.
Bruh, you're showing her a substandard version of what she gets at home.
I'm going back to America saying, yo, I went to Nigeria. Look at the mall. Oh. You sure you went to America? This is like America, yo. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
She's trying to capture what she hasn't seen.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with trying to show Nigeria any light. It's not her fault you didn't tar the road.
For real.
It's not her fault you left the gutters exposed.
For real. Let's be honest, man. People go to Thailand every day, and what do they want to show you? Beach. They want to show you rainforest, tropical.
The waterfalls falling down.
Yeah.
I want to see. Why would I go to Nigeria? When they took me to Ikeja, ShopRite, we'll go to ShopRite. We'll go, this is me, this is it. We got 4 of these in Dalston. I don't go there. You see what I'm saying?
It's actually a shame for real, man. Because
if we're shooting Nigeria, you think I'm gonna shoot Ikoyi? For what? I didn't grow up like that. I grew up with the gutters. I fetched water. I pissed in the gutter. You know what I'm saying?
Why did you do that, man?
Why did I piss in the gutter? Because I needed to pee.
This guy, man.
Not did I piss in the gutter. I did the, you know, when you do the aeroplane and you try to do loops and shit like that. Because we were from the school, we were from the gutter, like Pac said. Because I'm from the gutter and I'm still here.
And I'm still here.
That's the quote. Because I can't.
And I'm still here. That is the quote, bro. That's definitely the quote. But,
from the gutter.
Have you ever had to go in the gutter?
Why would I have to go in the gutter? But funny story, my brothers were fighting. We went to go and cut their hair and they both fell in the gutter. The women at the house were so kind. They gave them a bath. When I got home, when I said I gave them the hotting of their life, embarrassed me in front of folk.
Oh my goodness, that is wild, bro. There's a couple times we're playing football in Nigeria and the ball went in the gut. I'm like, throw the whole ball away, man. That ball does not need to come
just
back.
wash it off,
bruh.
Oh, in that sense, I've not had to go in the gutter in that sense, like inside. But my ball has gone to. I had to go and get it. You just kind of use whatever you can to bring it close. And then when you kick it out, you just wash it all off.
Bro. I don't know.
That's raw living, dog.
That's typhoid, dog.
To go back to the discussion, it was like, and that's why I said that thing where you could be talking to a Nigerian and they will slag off Nigeria. Very useless, no light. I can imagine like this. Yeah, please, we are trying. Don't judge us. Like,
yeah, but bro, that defensiveness is part of the issue for real, because it's like anytime someone comes with an idea or a suggestion, there's that defensiveness comes up. So it's almost like everything is set up to stay in dysfunction. Because people, as much as people complain, most of the people that have these conversations, there's something they're enjoying there, and people don't want to give up what they're enjoying. Even if you go to the smallest town, if you say to them, look, it's really bad what the politicians are doing, how they steal all the money, blah, blah, they say, yeah, it's terrible, Nigeria must change. Okay, next time it's election time and they come around with that little bag of rice or the little mobile phones they're giving out, don't take it from the politicians. Let them know that you're not going to be bribed into voting for them. People are like, come on, man, I have to collect my own, man. That rice is sweet. The rice that they bring at the election time, we need it. So bit by bit, everyone has a stake in keeping things the way they are. And so nobody wants to change anything.
Yeah, but that's just life. Because the truth is, it's not that they want the rice, it's they need it.
I mean, you could say that.
You need rice.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, in America, they buy your vote every single which way. We're going to give you health care. Shouldn't you just give me health care? You shouldn't have to sell health care to me. I agree immediately.
Well, I mean, I think it's still better off that way, that like they try and get your vote by doing the things that you may need for the society, rather than not building the roads, not giving people healthcare, and then come and give them a bag of rice at election time.
That's not why they're giving them a bag of rice though, because whether or not they give them a bag of rice, that vote's getting rigged one way or the other. You might as well get some rice for it. Because what I'm saying is this: imagine refusing rice and the motherfucker still won. Are you at home hungry, making a statement for what? This nigga in there for another 10 years. Now you need a favor. You need to take my rice. So they've got them by the balls, literally.
Yeah.
You can't even rally in Nigeria. You can't march on the streets. They'll shoot you dead, and no one would. They're just gonna pick up your body. So when my dad said to me, in a country where there's no law, there's no sin. There's no law in Nigeria. So the people are trapped by the lawlessness of not just themselves, but of their system.
And I think people like it that way, though.
I don't think they like it that way. They just don't have a choice.
I mean,
Beat it, so you join it. No one likes it, but they have to live that way. Like I said, Nigerians are comfortable in chaos, absolutely, because they have to be.
Yeah.
Because they've had to be. They weren't always like this.
But I've seen my mum, for example. almost show off at how she's been able to get something done by knowing the right person and slipping them a little bit of money. I'm
Okay,
saying, and so she takes that as a point of pride that, like, thank God for Nigeria, where you can get stuff done.
you can do
But
that as well, though. You can pay someone money and you will get shit done. What you think
but
if you have zoning plannings for your building, you don't have to pay people off?
I'm saying here in the UK, you not just pulling or guy to the side and sliding them,
Who told
a
you
little
that?
change.
For
It,
what?
bro, does,
You know, you've never been in that position. There's bribery and every. Look at Grenfell when it fell. Why do you think heads had to roll? Motherfuckers bribes went left, right, and center to get that building up. It was. How did they get those papers confirmed that it was fireproof? It's bribery.
yeah, I'm saying to you that is the rate at which and the way in which bribery is done. It's done at a very high level in this country, but like I'm talking about, I need to flip in, go into the council and get them to issue me some document that I need.
Mm-hmm.
At that level, you're still having to pay bribes.
Of course.
I don't have to pay bribes to do that in Croydon.
Fine, but in Nigeria you do.
So that's my point. I'm saying that my
It
mom.
wasn't like it. She had. Thank God she has someone she knows. Otherwise, she don't get that shit done.
But that's my point. My mom is celebrating the fact that with a bit of change, she can get stuff done at her local council that I would have to go through hoops to do it properly here to be actually get it done. I'd have to go through all these
But
hoops.
your mom's not against that system changing. She's not against the system changing. It's just the way the system is. If she doesn't
but
see it that way, she won't get shit done. So what I'm saying to you is this: if they change the system where there was actually someone that would responded to you within a 7-day window, she would adjust to that.
she'd adjust to it. But I think, it's one thing to like function in it. It's another thing to celebrate it. I function in the chaos in Nigeria when I'm in Lagos. I understand certain things need to be done here and there, but I don't celebrate all of the dysfunction. I don't say, oh, thank God for this, or look at how great it is that we can do this. Because I know that fundamentally, the fact that I can do it is a problem. It's wrong. Like, something has gone wrong here. And so, I think, there's an element to which if you really wanted things to change, you wouldn't celebrate it.
But like I said, though, in the law, where there's no, in this country, there's no law, there's no sin. So there is no wrong. There is no wrong because the truth is, I lived in Nigeria for 6 years and I watched the school system break down from where if you wanted to, but back in the day, Nigeria used to pride themselves. When you do an exam, the highest kids in the country go to the best schools. That's how they dished out the schools. You know, there was a pride in that. I'm on King's College because you got the highest ranking. But then it became a thing where rich people wanted their kids who are stupid, dumb kids, all of those to go to these schools. Right? Like you don't in these traditions, money becomes, greed. Money is greed. It happens all over here. In this country, the schools with the with the special needs, they get great funding. Right? They get good funding. So what do you need for your school? You need special need kids. Do you know what I'm saying? If I went to a school where it's already planned, most of y'all are not gonna make it, okay? But we've got a good bus and course, good hair, hair and beauty. Why don't you learn how to do plumbing? Which is fine, because if you can open your own plumbing business, you can make your money. But what I'm trying to say is, I watched that system deteriorate and nobody stopped it. And then it leaked into every facet of the society. To the point where if you just want, contracts are being given up for the road and motherfuckers won't even tie in the roads.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And because you built this capitalistic greed that the white person built, then you've now taken it with no structure and no law.
Yeah.
It's just dog eat dog. And so to say, I don't believe, Nigerians like it. I don't think they like it, but I think it's the only way they're able to survive in it.
Yeah.
Because whether you like it or not, you take your family to Nigeria now, you need to make sure they're safe.
Yeah.
You're gonna rely on local security, on Baba Shion that parades the street every evening. You're not gonna do that. You're gonna pay someone.
Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you.
And you know what? It's so sad because that country is, when they say like you're a walking dead guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nigeria's a walking corpse. And the maddest thing, they don't even know it.
Man.
That's the maddest thing about it. They don't even know that. we pride ourselves on the Anthony Joshuas of this world. That's how great Nigerians can be. But nothing great comes from Nigeria.
Wow. That's a big statement right there,
It's
bro.
out there right now. And my dad sent me a video and he goes, it's stressful out there. Motherfucker's been there 4 days. They were driving back.
It is stressful.
Everywhere. It was 6:30. It was pitch black, Ola. This is Lagos. It was pitch black. People were walking on the streets, trailers everywhere. It just looked scary.
Yeah.
Still home.
It's mad. It's actually mad because even if you want to go to Nigeria with a good attitude, even just first of all dealing with the airport, that will stress you out enough.
The airport. What about family? Do you know Nigerians don't tell anybody they're coming? You can't. Motherfuckers will show up to the airport. I'm Bob. We heard you are coming. You don't even tell people you're coming to the country. You just tell them you're there.
Yeah.
That's how mad it is, man. That's how sad it is. And you know why it's so sad, Ola, yeah? Because when I was growing up there, yeah, sometimes you don't even know you're in Nigeria, man. You're just around your friends. You're having a good time. You're doing faji. You're eating suya. You're going to check girls. You're playing football. You're playing video games. You're just doing what people do, you know? But Nigeria didn't have a plan for us. That's the sad part. That the country where we belong to doesn't even have a fucking plan for us. The plan is to leave. That's the plan. Molo Switzerland, Molo Zurich. You imagine I'm watching Nigerian films. I was in Copenhagen. Just the fuck up. What the fuck are you talking about? Random seas. They don't even pop.
Oh man.
Anywhere outside of England outside of Nigeria is incredible. I was in Compton yesterday. Have you been to Compton? It's just so sad, man.
Yeah, man.
When I heard that it's £1 to 750 naira, that means I'm gonna wipe my ass with naira.
Might as well, bro.
Imagine bringing back naira to the post office. The woman just saying, "Are you a comedian?"
Bro, it's shocking. It is shocking, man.
And if I go and say that on stage, don't abuse our money. You're abusing the money's abusing itself.
It's self-mutilation at this point.
Like, what are you trying to put? What are you protecting here?
Yeah. Yeah, man. For real, you're right. You're right.
You can't question Nigerians. You can't tell them the truth. They don't want to hear it. God can do it. This is me, yo. If we're going on that God can do it type vibe, that means this. If I was Nigerian with this, yo, I don't believe in God. I've been praying for like 40 years, and she's just getting worse.
Bruh.
So
yeah, bruh, I hear you, man. Let's wrap up real quick.
Because I came from the gutter and I'm still here.
Bruh, that's such a good quote, man.
I didn't want to end it on like, that kind of, whatever, but sometimes I think about it, and I just think to myself, how different would our lives be if we didn't get colonized by the British? If we were able to pursue our own destinies like the Chinese or the Singapore or the Americans or the British themselves or the Germans or the French? What if we were allowed to just, build our nations and be proud of where we came from? Have our own version of movie stars and whatnot, or not, whatever it is we were good at, whatever we create, how would we have been, or how would we be as people? If we weren't scattered around the world, continuously serving in countries that don't even want us there.
I think, for me the question is, it's not so much what if we weren't colonized, but what if we actually related with the countries that we relate with on mutually respecting terms. Because every country is influenced by other countries. But if at least you're trading, if at least you're like, look, I got some spices, you got some, timber, let's do some trading, blah, blah, blah. Then at least you have a chance to build and grow in a way that you take what you want for yourself, you give what you can,
That's
and
talking
everybody
about,
appreciates.
but that's talking about human beings without flaws, though. You're talking about an idealistic human being, which is the no such thing. You have to talk about human beings with flaws. Because
But I'm saying them from the big.
they came with good intentions, but then they realized we can get better, and they did what human beings did. You take advantage.
Yeah, but
about the mutual respect. I don't need. Well, I don't need mutual respect. I need to respect the team. Like America and England, the only reason they don't fight is because look, we'll kill each other. So let's be friends. But we don't have to respect each other. England, the Germans don't necessarily like the English, but they want disrespect. Understand? But
yeah.
We can disrespect them. What are they gonna do?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's the element I would probably be more interested to see is what would happen if rather than come and take the human beings and take the resources, what if we traded with it? And what if, we were able to, use some of the Western inventions like planes and whatever, and we had a chance to develop our own technology that we handed to the world. Let's say we
would have been able to develop. I don't even think it's Western technology that developed planes. We would have developed planes if we went in chains.
Who knows, man?
Develop a plane when you have time on your hands. It's hard to develop a plane when you have to pick cotton. So I'm not even thinking it's down to Western inventions. It's just down to the fact that you had the time. You weren't halted. Your destiny wasn't disrupted. Your destiny wasn't according to how you saw them. We were led by these people, by the West. We are the leaders and you are the followers. So there was no reason for us to say, well, let's invent something. Because even if we did, you wouldn't get the credit for it because niggas can't invent. So it's not as if, these are Western inventions. These are things that can happen if people are afforded the opportunities. Look at the kids in Nigeria that are making films that George Lucas called them.
Yeah.
Their creativity is next level. But because they come from a country that's on crack every day, they don't get funding. England will fund a kid who wants to make pipes out of straws. There's funding for that. The guy that will give you $2,000 for that. In Nigeria, there's no funding for nothing. So everything, it's not even, God gave us everything we have, a brain and a body. He gave everybody the same thing. Nobody got more, nobody got less. But we let him, no, okay, yeah.
I think some people got more.
Yeah, some people got more. Some people got, when I say more, yeah, we didn't get more, but we didn't get more than the body we have. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
The abilities, yes.
Yes, yeah.
But the body and the brain, the same.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's what you do with it.
Yeah.
Although, I don't know. Maybe some people are born slow. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I think so, bro. I think some people, like, if everyone decided to become a comedian, I think you would get out ahead of some other people just naturally because of your gifting. And I think I'm
not talking about the talent now. I'm just talking about the brain as a base, as a thing that you can use to help yourself, and the body you're giving that you can use to walk and talk and all of that stuff. I think we're all equal on that front.
I mean, I think some people are born.
Right. What I mean is, we've all got the same time.
Man, I just scaled that all the way back.
let me try the time angle. All I'm essentially trying to say is, I believe there's greatness from everybody. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But we live in a world where human beings, greed, power, control, it just corrupts everything,
Yeah. And there's some people you would just never really fully see what they're capable of. Just because.
Right. Because look at Afrobeats right now. Come on, man. I'm watching random shows. Early in the lifetime. Afrobeats game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because people want to be it. And people want to be African. And it's such a shame because there's always white people that discover it first. Because white people start picking up. Because white people like to go to the source.
Yeah.
White people get to Africa, they take off their shoes. Why are you taking off your shoes? My friend, she said she went to Nigeria. She climbed a mountain of where mommy thingy prayed for her. This is me. You let a woman on the mountain pray for her. This is me. You need to go and break every curse you done laid into your life. If you told your mom, I'm going to to pray for you. No. Nobody's praying for you. I've got that place for you.
Yeah, yeah, man. Oh, snap, bro. Let's actually wrap up this time.
That was
Yeah,
fun. My head
it
is
was
still.
funny though.
Um,
Yeah. So, bro, guys, thank you so much as always for rocking with us. At Fumbi Mataya on Instagram, at Fumbi on
I'm from the
Twitter.
gutter now, bro. I'm from the gutter, and I'm still here.
Hashtag the gutter. And
You know,
yeah,
that would be his handle from the gutter. Location, the gutter. God damn, Park. Can't you just be lights?
if Puck was on Twitter now, man, the game would be so wild, bro.
You know what though? I think we forget. I think Park would have matured so much. We're thinking of him as 25 and not as 50. He's still young,
Yeah, true.
you know. So we forget that he'd have been 30, 35, and 40. And I think he would have, if he was allowed that lifetime, I think he'd have been a different person completely.
Oh, yeah, possibly.
So we're still thinking of 2Pac at between 17 and 25. Now that 2Pac, he'd have been blocked from Twitter at least 2 times. 2Pac would have been blocked from Twitter, yeah. First tweet back, fuck you, Twitter. First tweet back.
Oh man, yeah. Bro, at all of the comedian on everything that's on neighborhood.
Crip,
So,
that's on gutter.
that's on gutter.
Genuine's off the hook. I'm from the gutter now.
I like that actually. I really like that gutter, and I'm still here.
I'm still here.
So yeah, guys, please keep rocking with us. Shout out to the BQ squad. Listening to the BQ pod. We out.
We out.